Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hello.
It's your president and your VP back with another episode of Tom and Jerry Thursday. This time it's going to be Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. What did I watch? That's what I have to ask myself after that one. What did I watch?
I tell you what you watch. You watched a shot-for-shot animated remake of Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's what you watched.
I know. But this is one of the craziest movies I have ever seen.
Yeah.
It is. It is a mind bender. Okay? I gotta think that maybe the animators of this one had dropped acid beforehand and then animated it. Okay? There are a lot of things that don't make sense. Like the teeth. Where are their teeth? They completely disappear.
It's animation
and then they
glitch.
randomly reappear.
Yeah, it's an animation glitch that they forgot to put back.
So, Tom and Jerry, okay, are hungry. And they're looking for food, and there's like a piece of cheese, and it gets crumbled to dust, and then they come across Charlie, who, of course, is a newspaper boy.
Beforehand, they go into the candy shop where, with no introduction or no tie-in at all, the Candyman song starts.
Yeah, everything is random, okay? Now, to paraphrase Oprah here a little bit, you get a song. You get a song. You get a song. Everybody gets a song. Now, granted, it's usually the same song 2 or 3 times, sung by different characters, but
like I want it all, which is Veronica's Salt's song, which is sung by Slugworth to Charlie when he meets Slugworth after
now
he
you
gets
guys
the golden ticket.
out there might think we're being a little bit harsh. This is definitely not an I hate this movie, so don't get it twisted. We're not going full force into this. It's just there's so much craziness going on in this one. It is what you think it is. It's Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They smashed the two together. Now, my bane.
No, I'm going to talk about this. So that way you don't have to talk about your animation bane, Tuffy.
Okay, have at it.
So, first and foremost, Tom and Jerry, they sneak into the factory after they see Slugworth sneaking into the factory. And then Tuffy kind of enters in with like this deep voice bass that was just like, "Who dares enter my factory?" or something like that. And then he goes into like a cute. Then he turns into his cute little voice where he's like, "Don't you know it's dangerous in here?" Yeah, of course we know. It's Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. We already knew this from the get-go, Tuffy. And then, after pure imagination,
Tuffy wants to be an Oompa Loompa, but because he's so short, he doesn't meet the height requirement.
And so then, after they play the song Pure Imagination, by the way, again, no tie-in at all, it just starts up, as Dad said before, you get a song, you get a song, you get a song, everybody gets a song.
Even the sick, frail grandpa gets a song.
Yeah. Well, Dad, you gotta remember that was also in the original movie, because Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is already a musical, but somehow they get to sneak in Tom and Jerry into it. So, anyways, after this, after Pure Imagination plays, they enter the tunnel, which, guys, I can see the camera Dad's face is like, oh no, not the tunnel, anything but that scene.
It will freak you out.
Okay, so the tunnel scene, guys. This, if you know the original movie, it was like, people were legit scared and freaked out by, I think it's Eugene's performance. I think that's the name of the actor who plays Willy Wonka in the movie. anyways, they were freaked out by his performance because, you know, he sits there and he does, like, a super creepy poem. And they don't get Willy Wonka to do the poem. They get Tuffy the mouse to do the poem. And so he's like, there is no earthly way of knowing. And then, you know, as I'm going to borrow from the Nostalgia Critic a little bit. He's like, wait a second, they're getting Tuffy the mouse to do this, and then he's like, there's a hurricane a blowing, and sure, I can't really pronounce the whole poem that well, and then it's like they're doing the whole poem. Oh no.
Yes.
And then
they do.
And then they have like a toy. Then they have like a toy robot that goes back, and then they have like a freaking dog that's doing flips in the background. And then Tuffy the mouse says the line where it's like, then the fires of hell is a glowing, which is like, okay, so it's official. Hell is in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Sorry about the profanity, but you know what? It's minor, so who cares?
Yeah, you guys know we never really go too deep into swearing on this channel. It's very mild when we do, so, yeah.
Except the Die Hard review, but what do you
expect?
It's
I had
Die
to
Hard.
throw that one out there because everybody knows the line and everybody expects it. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so then you know, he does the whole poem, and then at the end he does like this super creepy face where he's like, Dad over here, he basically goes, what the did I just watch? Like he just goes full force with it. It was awesome.
Now you guys know that I do tone this down so often when I do them, so, you know, it's not a completely over-the-top reaction. I've settled down a little bit since the start of this. Yeah, I will also point out that the animation in this one is actually worse than the previous one we did.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, the teeth and there are several faces that are pure nightmare full.
Yeah.
I will not lie about that.
Yeah.
It's going to haunt you. You cannot escape it.
Yeah,
you watch this,
like freaking violent, violent eyes when she like pulls out the gun. She's like, I can't even like do it anymore. But she like goes cross-eyed and stuff. It's
so
like,
also, guys, parents out there, your young children are going to like this movie. You know.
Except maybe
Probably. On the other hand, it might scar them for life as well. But I think they would have for 4, 5, 6-year-olds, like we said in the last one.
I think they would have a better chance watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original PG-rated movie, than the nightmare-fueled G-rated Tom and Jerry film.
So, guys, but of course, if you think that Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the greatest animated movie of all time, well, you are absolutely definitely wrong.
And again,
I don't know how you have watched. You must have never watched a movie before.
I could think of I said this in the last review, but I'm going to say it again.
But
I can name off a Scooby-Doo movie that is better than this that we will cover in the month of Halloween horror.
But, of course, remember this, if you do have that opinion, we're just two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, final rating, 1.5 out of 5. What say you?
Oh, so we are getting into I hate this movie territory.
Close, not quite, but close.
Hey, you said yesterday that I hate this movie can be 2 stars and under.
Okay. I guess I'll have to bump that one up a bit then. It's not quite, because I didn't hate it. It's just, ooh, this is so freaky. 2.25 out of 5. What say you?
2 stars out of 5.
So, final rating, 2 and an 8 stars out of 5. I did bump it up a little bit. The sequences, the slapstick's really good. Somehow they managed to get a Spike the dog reference in it as well, which is a nice Easter egg.
Droopy is also in both movies. We forgot to mention him in the last movie, but he's in both movies.
Random cameos, though. Completely out of nowhere. That is one thing that I do have to say that knocks it way, way down. It might not be as bad if it just didn't come randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Everything.
Anyways,
everything.
Dad, let's do the rest of our outro.
So, having said all that, there's just one more thing to say, guys. And that is, of course, we'll see you guys next time, where the next one will be probably Walker episode 5 comes on tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do the review tomorrow, and then back to Lifetime movies for you guys.
Yeah, and I don't know, Dad. You want to possibly do Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah. We'll eventually get that one in there for them.
Yeah.
Because it's really good.
We might do that for, and I love this movie.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, please do not criticize me in the comments, but I have not seen Silence of the Lambs.
Such a sad, poor, unfortunate soul that he has not seen Silence of the Lambs.
I'm sorry.
Take pity on him, guys.
I'm
Take
sorry.
pity on him.
I've seen practically all the Friday the 13th movies, but I haven't seen Silence of the Lambs.
But having said that, there's just one more thing for us to say, guys. And that is, of course, peace and love from Denny and Son. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.